Hi pals, welcome to my channel. My name is Julz and I'm a Scottish Highlander on a budget. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me on yet another video. So today I'm just going to quickly go through my Christmas budget planner. I was going to write it all out with you guys, but then I realised that I'd already started the book. So rather than start another book, which I mean I could have done because I can use it again next year, but rather than start another book, I thought I'll just show you, and also it saves you watching me just writing everything in. So this is the book. It is A5 size. It's quite a good kind of like quality card. It's quite thick, and if you do buy this, you will get a little tracker with it, a little challenge with it, whatever you want to call it. It is just a piece of card. You can laminate it and use it next year if you wish. Each little cow saves £10, so it saves you £50, which I think I might do to save for myself for my own Christmas. We'll see how we go on. It does say each one £10, but you could change it the amount if you wanted, depending on what you do. So the reason I've already done it, but the reason I'm kind of showing you now in October is because it starts in November, because a lot of people are now starting to think, especially once Halloween's out the way, they're starting to think about Christmas, starting to kind of get organised, see what they need, making sure their budget's in place, all that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and have a quick look. As I said, I've written in most of it anyway. So apologies again for my voice, my coughing and all that kind of stuff. I do have a drink next to me. I might take a slurp of that now and again. I think I might have a chest infection. Have I got it seen to? No. It's not making me ill or anything, but it's just like that annoying tickle kind of coffee thing. So I have put in here the year because for me, I used this last year and I'll have a wee look at it before I really kind of finalise anything, but also like I want to look at it next year, make sure, see how things have changed, all that kind of stuff. November for me isn't a big Christmas period. I don't tend to do an awful lot towards Christmas in November, although obviously I will start looking at the shops if I'm in them. Just have a quick look. I probably won't buy anything, but I'll start to get ideas. On my to-do list here, I've got asked parents for gift lists. So that is basically just to kind of see if there's anything that the parents need help to buy, because as much as I want to spoil my children, my nieces and nephews, if the children are needing clothes, for example, they're as well to get them for Christmas, and you know, then their parents having to shell out and they're going to have all these toys that they're not going to need or not going to play with. So quite often I'll get a clothing list from at least one of my sisters anyway, for her children, and they like clothes. I mean, I would never just buy clothes, I would always buy a little gift as well, but I already know that one of my nieces has already not asked, but we were in the shops, we were chatting. She's only 9, but you know, we were chatting on about things, and she has already said that she would quite like a little pinafore dress thing, you know, like the dungaree style dress thing. She would quite like one of them, so obviously I'm gonna try and get that for her Christmas. I do try and spend the same amount on every child, so that I have to be aware of that. But anyway, so that's on my to-do list for November, and obviously I will start kind of thinking of gift ideas. So, you know, like for my parents, sometimes I make things, that kind of thing, so we'll see. Also, if you are any of my family members watching this, can you please stop? Thanks. They all know that I budget, and they all know, and especially for the children, I often say how much the budget is, so that the parents are not giving me an idea for like £10 when my budget is higher. So they all know that I'm doing this. My family are all very, very supportive of my journey to budgeting and things like that. They know how bad I've been with money in the past and stuff, my life basically. So but yeah, so basically November I don't have much on. I do have a hairdresser appointment, which is kind of for my Christmas hair, if you will. It needs doing, so I don't want to wait until December to get it done, and I'll get it cut a bit shorter so that come December it's sitting nicely. But yeah, I don't really have anything else on in November. So then we've got that, but then it's also got a breakdown more of a calendar. So if there were certain things, you know, like times and appointments and things that you want to put in, you can put it in that way. Not everybody likes this style of calendar, which is why there's 2 pages of calendars. Then we come into December, which for me is a little bit busier. We have my weekend away from the Friday to the Sunday. We might change it depending on finances just to the Saturday night, but we'll see. We haven't 100% decided on that yet. I do have one of my nieces going to turn 18 on the Saturday. She is currently living I feel like there's something wrong with this calendar. I must have made a mistake. But yeah, so she isn't living up here anymore. She's moved away, so she's not sure whether she's be back for this for her birthday or whether it'll be a different time. But hopefully I'll catch up with her around about then. But we're not going too far away, so even if they did decide to do something on the Saturday night, we could probably come back for it and do it. So yeah, and then just working. I have a niece who will be 2. I have Alan's birthday. I have Alan's daughter's birthday. Alan and I will be 11 years together on the 20th. Got another niece who'll be 7. So I say lots of birthdays in December. Was my grandmother still alive, she would be on the 13th. We have carol service on the 24th. That's usually, we often are invited down to my sister's for our evening meal on the carol service day, but I'm not sure if it's on, I'm assuming it'll be on the Sunday when it's in the church anyway, but if not, it'll be the Saturday night, so we would go down either of those nights and see them. Obviously Christmas Day, Boxing Day, don't have really any plans. Might go to my mum's for dinner, might go to Alan's sister's for dinner, I'm not really sure, but we're always invited out. We're very lucky that way, but if not, I'll cook, it's not a problem. And then we go away on holiday for 4 days for my brother's 40th. So December is quite a heavy birthday kind of thing, so I need to be organised, which is why we do the weekend away, so I can get everything birthday related and Christmas related, because obviously a lot of this needs to get posted away. I think this year not too much of this will need to be posted. I'll be able to hand deliver a lot of it for people coming on holiday and things like that. So that is there. And then once we get into more times and dates, so like the carol service, when I know exactly what date it is and what time, you know, that kind of thing will go in there. And then I'll probably put my working hours in here as well, just to keep me right, so that I know like what time I have off. And there is talk about me getting some more clients, so you know, my time off might change. And then we go in here and we have the Christmas budget. So my total for Christmas presents is 700. Alan's Christmas is 150. Alan's birthday is 100. It used to be a lot more, but I'm really cutting down this year because he doesn't need it all. Christmas food, I'm going to budget 50. We will still have my normal grocery shop, but it's just in case, you know, the breakfasts and things like that. We like a cooked breakfast. Christmas shopping weekend, I've done 250. I am hoping to be a bit more so that we can do the 2 nights, because I might have to pay for it all, just the way finances are looking, which I'm more than happy to do. And then Piper and Floss's Christmas is £50. They don't really need anything for Christmas, but I like to get them. They're my babies and I like to get them a gift. But there's not really anything they need this year. They don't need jackets or beds or anything like that. So I doubt I'll spend anywhere near 50. It'll just be on some treats and maybe a toy for Floss. Because she plays with toys. Piper has no interest whatsoever in anything bar food and sleep, so she's easy. But yes, that can be for any category. You know, you might have nights out, you might have visits with Santa that you're budgeting for, you know, all that kind of stuff. This page I'm not filled out because it's kind of personal information, but it'll be cards I need to post away. So some of this will be cards and gifts. So friends that are in Newcastle, family and stuff like that. So It'd obviously just be their name and address, and I'm going to tick when I send it so that I know it's done, because my memory at the minute is shocking, absolutely shocking. I have people message me and by the next day I've completely forgotten to do what they asked me to do. So if I've messaged you and I'll say I'll do something, please keep on at me, because honestly I really do think it's like pre-menopause. This is hand delivered cards, so this is more for me, for like my friends, my neighbours, my clients, all that kind of stuff. I have had a couple of years where I've written out cards for clients and then not delivered them, hence why there's a delivered box, so that I know it's done. Because I'm terrible. On this is now my budget for each individual person. So we have my mum and dad, so there's £50 in the budget each for them. And then further down, so you've got like 30 for a couple, that's my sister and her husband. I generally buy them couple gifts, but if I don't, then it'd be like £15 each, or maybe like £20 for my sister, £10 for my brother-in-law, depending on what I see. There's no kind of hard and fast rule, it's just a budget, and if I break the budget on one couple, then it's not so bad. But the kids, I try and stay all the same. So at the minute I have £35 down for my nieces, 30 for the couples, and then further down we have Alan, and then my best bud, she gets £40 because I don't see her that very often, and yeah, just usually end up spending around that on her. And then we have some friends that are good friends, but not, you know, not my besties. So it's just more a token. And then, you know, so there's a few of them, again over here. And then my friend's got not a new fella, been together for quite a while, but he wasn't as much on the scene when I wrote this out, obviously, or he would have been beside her. But yeah, so I'm going to obviously get him a little thing if I see anything. And so that's the budget. So I did add it all up, and I think it comes up to 660 or 670, not including Alan's. So I've saved 700 is my plan. So I should be well within budget, with a little bit of wiggle room if I need it. But the chances are I won't spend all that on everybody, but it's there if I need to, if that makes sense. Because obviously, you know, if you're going into sort of, say, like Boots, and you're buying 3 things, and your budget is £10 for each person. So if I was to get, like, say, these 2 and one of these something from Boots, then one of them's going to get it free. So I've only got to get like the £10 for this person, if that makes sense. I'm not going to go and buy something and then buy something more just because I got a free item. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, so there's that. So I'm hoping I'll come in under 650, but bearing, like, not including Alan, but you know, so I'm hoping I'll come under 650 for all the Christmas presents, but we'll see. And then this is more just a spending tracker. So obviously, from now I could really be picking up gifts. I know I won't. I don't normally really do anything until the Christmas weekend away, and then get the bulk stuff, and then little bits here and there that I need to get. And so what I'll do is just write the person's name. If I know I've got to get them something else, I'll leave a wee gap. Or if I buy 2 or 3 things all on the same day, I'll just write them in the same, you know, rather than use a different list. So if it was like chocolates, wine and socks, I would have it all in there, and then the total amount. I don't know, I would quite enjoy a present of chocolate, wines and fluffy socks, but anyway. So yeah, that is basically that. And then on here we have, now I'm very much a unsociable person. I don't go out much, I don't do an awful lot, especially not just because it's Christmas, but in general all year round. But obviously some people really have some great nights out with friends and family and all different things. They might go, like, I've got a craft fair that I want to go to, but they might have, you know, breakfast with Santa, or they might have like the Christmas markets, all that kind of stuff. We don't have any of that up there, so this is basically our Christmas market. They might have like days out to, I don't know, a winter wonderland. I live in the middle of nowhere, so we don't have any of these things, but other people might, so that is why they're there. Treatments as well. I'm going to budget £100 for my hair, although that is in November, and then I'm hoping to get my nails done in December, but we're just going to wait and see how my nail lady is feeling, how the new baby's settling into the family, all that kind of stuff, but I've put a budget in there for that. And then on this page we have the Christmas spending, so I don't really know what other clothing I'm wanting. I might get a pair of Christmas pyjamas, I'll see. I might get new bedding for Christmas, which would be in the decorations, but I haven't decided on that yet. I haven't got a budget for that yet, so I'll need to decide quite soon if I want that. And then wrapping paper and cards. I know for a fact I don't need anything, but I'm going to have to set a budget because I probably will buy something, whether it be a pack of cards or be wrapping paper. But I know I've got plenty. One thing I might need is sellotape. But yeah, so that is basically like Christmas spending. And then I've got a meal planner. So for me, Christmas Eve, we'll probably not have anything kind of major. Probably just be a normal kind of day. We might go to my sister's for dinner, so I might not have to worry about that. Definitely have a cooked breakfast on Christmas Day and on Boxing Day. And then I say possibly go out for Christmas Day dinner to family. And then Boxing Day, I quite often have like a steak pie or something, so obviously I will want to put that in there. Probably I'll be away, all being well weather-wise, for these days, come back on the 30th. So we might need dinner, but we might just get a takeaway. Who knows? And then again for New Year's Eve. I've not really thought that far ahead. For me, November, well, October as it is now, it's just far too early to be thinking of that things. But come mid-December, I'll need to kind of lock that in so that I know what I'm buying and be organised. Again, this is the Christmas shopping list, so if you're going to do one big shopping, I've left it all blank, but there is kind of like boxes. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but these are kind of slightly different shades. So that you can maybe do, if you want to do like fridge, freezer, store cupboard, you know, that kind of stuff. Or if you're anything like me, I'll do aisle 1, aisle 2, aisle 3, aisle 4, because I know what's on those aisles, because I go to the kind of the same supermarket all the time. But there's 8 boxes there for you to do that. And then they've just done another kind of shop just to kind of keep your budget right. So, you know, if you go out and you buy your turkey, and it's, I don't know how much a turkey is, £20 say, then you know that that will come out of your Christmas food shopping budget, you know, that kind of thing. That was what that intended for. And then just a wee page of notes on the back, which on my last planner, I don't have it to hand, but on my last planner I wrote some notes to myself for this year so that I know, like, you know, to be more organised, to get my, as I say, get my Christmas food shop locked in a couple of weeks before, just in case it runs out of things that I could put in the freezer, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that is basically the planner. I hope you enjoy it. You do get, as I said already, you do this, get this little freebie tracker with it, and in November to December there is another little freebie coming out for just for buying things. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, that's the Christmas budget planner for this year. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, things that you would change, things that you add, that kind of stuff. It's always good to get some feedback. But yeah, take care. I'm going to go off now and finish all my Etsy stuff, get ready to get that posted, and I will catch up with you all very, very soon. Take care, bye bye.